It was a bustling London afternoon. The streets were alive with the hum of activity, cars honking and people rushing by, each seemingly on a mission of their own. The city had a rhythm, a pulse that was both invigorating and overwhelming. Amidst this urban symphony, we found ourselves in a quieter corner, a theatre that stood as a sanctuary for dreamers like us. The air crackled with nervous energy as we huddled backstage, a group of wide-eyed, aspiring actors. The dim lighting and the scent of old wood and paint created an atmosphere that was both comforting and intimidating. We whispered among ourselves, sharing last-minute tips and words of encouragement, trying to calm our racing hearts. We were about to participate in a quander with the one and only Tom Hiddleston. The mere thought of it sent shivers down our spines. Here was a man who had graced both stage and screen with his remarkable talent. Someone who had become a household name and an inspiration to many of us. The room buzzed with anticipation. Every corner was filled with eager faces, each person hoping to catch a glimpse of the actor, to hear his words of wisdom. The energy was palpable, a mix of excitement and anxiety that seemed to hang in the air like a thick fog. We all carried our dreams, our insecurities, our burning questions for this icon of stage and screen. Some of us clutched our scripts tightly as if they were lifelines, while others fidgeted nervously, their minds racing with thoughts of what to ask, what to say. I remember feeling a knot in my stomach. It was a mix of excitement and fear, the kind that makes you feel alive yet vulnerable. I wondered if I would have the courage to speak up, to ask the questions that had been burning in my mind for so long. This was it, a chance to glean wisdom from someone who seemed to have achieved the impossible. It felt like standing on the edge of a precipice, ready to leap into the unknown, hoping to soar rather than fall. His journey, from what we saw in the glossy magazines and awards ceremonies, appeared effortless, charmed even. He seemed to glide through life with a grace and ease that was both enviable and mystifying. But deep down, we all knew that there had to be more to the story. But what was the reality behind the polished facade? What struggles had he faced? What obstacles had he overcome? These were the questions that lingered in our minds, the mysteries we hoped to unravel. As he entered the room, a hush fell. It was as if time itself had paused, allowing us to fully absorb the moment. His presence was magnetic, drawing all eyes to him. Yet there was a humility in his demeanor that made him approachable. His presence was both commanding and disarming. He spoke with a confidence that came from experience. Yet his words were laced with a warmth and sincerity that made us feel seen, heard, and valued. He had a warmth, a genuineness that instantly put us at ease. It was as if he understood our fears and aspirations, having walked the same path himself. His smile was reassuring, his handshake firm yet gentle. For those brief 10 minutes, the hierarchy melted away. We were no longer just aspiring actors and a celebrated star. We were equals, sharing a moment of connection and understanding. It was a rare and beautiful experience, one that left a lasting impression on all of us. We were all just artists, sharing a space, united by our love for storytelling. In that room, our individual journeys converged, creating a tapestry of dreams, struggles, and triumphs. It was a reminder that despite our different paths, we were all part of the same creative community. Little did I know those 10 minutes would unravel the carefully constructed narrative I had in my head about success. It was a moment of revelation, a glimpse into the reality behind the glamour and fame. It challenged my perceptions and made me rethink what it truly means to succeed. It wouldn't be a tale of overnight stardom or unwavering confidence. Instead, it was a story of hard work, perseverance, and the willingness to face challenges head-on. It was about the countless hours spent honing one's craft, the rejections, the doubts, and the small victories that paved the way to success. Instead, it would be a story of resilience, vulnerability, and the courage to embrace the unknown. It was a reminder that the journey is just as important as the destination, and that true success lies in the ability to keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles. Someone broke the ice with a question about handling rejection. The air thickened. It was a question that resonated deeply with everyone in the room. Rejection is a universal experience, one that can leave even the most confident individuals feeling vulnerable and uncertain. The person who asked the question had a look of genuine curiosity mixed with a hint of desperation, as if they were seeking a lifeline in a sea of doubt. We all knew the sting of closed doors, the crushing weight of not good enough. It's a feeling that can be paralyzing, making you question your worth and your place in the world. The room was filled with people who had faced their own share of rejections, each carrying the invisible scars of their battles. The silence that followed the question was heavy, as if everyone was collectively holding their breath, waiting for a response that could offer some solace. Tom's response was unexpected. He didn't offer platitudes or paint a picture of effortless ascension. Instead, he chose to be real, to share his own journey with all its ups and downs. His honesty was refreshing, a stark contrast to the often sanitized success stories we hear. He spoke with a sincerity that cut through the tension in the room, making everyone sit up and listen. He spoke of his own struggles, his moments of doubt, the countless auditions that resulted in silence. Each rejection was a blow, a reminder of how unforgiving the industry can be. But he didn't shy away from these experiences. Instead, he embraced them as part of his journey. He talked about the times he questioned his own talent, wondering if he was cut out for this path. He shared a story of a particularly brutal rejection early in his career. It was a role he had desperately wanted, one he had prepared for with every ounce of his being. The rejection was swift and harsh, leaving him reeling. He described the moment in vivid detail, the way his heart sank, the way the words seemed to echo in his mind long after they were spoken. He had poured his heart and soul into a performance, only to be told he wasn't right for the role. It was a crushing blow, one that made him question everything. But instead of letting it break him, he used it as fuel to keep going. He talked about the importance of resilience, of finding the strength to get back up even when it feels impossible. The words hit him hard, leaving him questioning his path, his talent, his entire identity as an artist. He spoke about the nights he spent lying awake, replaying the rejection over and over in his mind. It was a dark time, one filled with self-doubt and uncertainty, but it was also a time of growth, a period where he learned more about himself and his resilience. It would have been easy to succumb to the darkness, to let the rejection define him. Many people do, allowing a single setback to derail their dreams. But Tom chose a different path. He decided to face his fears head-on, to confront the doubts that threatened to consume him. It was a choice that required immense courage and determination. But Tom didn't give up. He refused to let a single rejection dictate his future. Instead, he used it as a stepping stone, a lesson in resilience and perseverance. He talked about the importance of persistence, of continuing to push forward even when the odds seem insurmountable. His determination was inspiring, a testament to the power of the human spirit. He allowed himself to feel the disappointment, to acknowledge the pain, and then he chose to rise again. He spoke about the importance of processing emotions, of not bottling them up. By facing his feelings head-on, he was able to move past them and find a renewed sense of purpose. It was a powerful message, one that resonated deeply with everyone in the room. He reminded us that rejection is not a full stop. It's a comma, a pause before the next sentence, the next chapter unfolds. His vulnerability was disarming. It was a reminder that even those who seem to have it all together face their own struggles. His words were a beacon of hope, a reminder that we are not alone in our battles. Here was someone at the pinnacle of his career, openly admitting to the same fears and insecurities that plagued us all. It was a powerful moment, one that broke down the barriers between us and him. In that room, we were all equals, united by our shared experiences and struggles. His openness created a sense of camaraderie, a feeling that we were all in this together. It was a powerful reminder that the path to success is rarely linear. It's paved with setbacks, detours, and moments of profound self-doubt. But it's also a journey filled with growth, resilience, and the unwavering belief that we can overcome any obstacle. Tom's story was a testament to the power of perseverance, a reminder that our dreams are worth fighting for, no matter how many times we stumble along the way. As he spoke, I felt a profound shift within me. The idealized image I had constructed of him began to crumble, replaced by something far more relatable, far more human and authentic. He wasn't some untouchable deity residing on a mountaintop of achievement. He was a fellow traveler, navigating the same unpredictable terrain, just a few steps ahead on the path. His humility was a breath of fresh air. In an industry often defined by ego and a relentless pursuit of validation, here was someone who had achieved extraordinary success, yet remained grounded, self-aware, and deeply grateful for the opportunity to do what he loved. He emphasized the importance of staying connected to the joy of the craft, of finding solace and inspiration in the work itself, rather than external markers of success. He spoke of the power of collaboration, of surrounding yourself with a supportive community of fellow artists who understand the unique joys and challenges of this path. His words were a lifeline, a reminder that we weren't alone in our struggles, that even those who seemed to have it all figured out still grappled with uncertainty, still faced rejection, still experienced moments of self-doubt and vulnerability. He went on to share anecdotes from his early days, tales of scraping by, moments that defined his journey. These were not just stories of hardship, but of resilience and unwavering determination. Each anecdote painted a vivid picture of a young man who refused to be defeated by circumstances. Taking on odd jobs to make ends meet while relentlessly pursuing his passion, he juggled multiple roles. From waiting tables to delivering newspapers, no job was too small or insignificant. Each task, no matter how menial, was a stepping stone towards his ultimate goal. He spoke of the countless hours spent honing his craft, the dedication that went into perfecting every detail, whether it was rehearsing lines for a play or practicing a skill until it became second nature. His commitment was unwavering. The late nights memorizing lines, the early mornings filled with practice sessions, and the endless hours of study were all part of his routine. He knew that success required more than just talent. It demanded relentless effort and a willingness to push beyond comfort zones. The sheer grit and determination it took to keep going when the finish line seemed miles away was astounding. He faced numerous obstacles, but each challenge only fueled his resolve. His journey was a testament to the power of perseverance and the human spirit's capacity to overcome. He emphasized that talent alone wasn't enough. It was the combination of hard work, dedication, and an unyielding belief in oneself that made the difference. He spoke passionately about the importance of having a clear vision and the courage to pursue it, no matter the odds. It was the unwavering belief in himself, the confidence that he could achieve his dreams that propelled him forward. This self-belief was not arrogance, but a deep-seated conviction that he was capable of greatness. The refusal to give up on his dreams, even when faced with setbacks and failures, was a defining characteristic of his journey. He understood that every failure was a lesson, every setback an opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. That ultimately made the difference. His story was filled with moments of triumph, but these were hard-earned victories. Each success was a culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, and an unrelenting pursuit of excellence. He spoke of the importance of discipline, of maintaining a rigorous routine and staying focused on his goals. Discipline was the backbone of his success, the foundation upon which he built his achievements. Showing up day after day, even when inspiration waned, was crucial. There were days when motivation was low, but his commitment never wavered. He understood that consistency was key, and that true progress was made through persistent effort. Pushing through the inevitable moments of self-doubt was perhaps the hardest part. There were times when he questioned his path, doubted his abilities, and felt the weight of uncertainty. But each time he found the strength to push through, to keep moving forward despite the doubts. His story wasn't one of overnight success. It was a long, arduous journey filled with highs and lows, victories and defeats. But through it all, he remained steadfast, never losing sight of his dreams. It was a testament to the power of perseverance, of never giving up, no matter how tough the road became. His journey was a powerful reminder that success is not a destination, but a continuous process of growth and self-improvement. Embracing the long game, understanding that true success takes time, was a key lesson from his story. He knew that every small step, every minor achievement was a part of the larger picture. Understanding that the journey itself is as important as the destination was a revelation. He learned to appreciate the process, to find joy in the small victories, and to stay patient and persistent. It was a powerful reminder that success is not a straight line, but a winding path filled with unexpected twists and turns. His words resonated deeply, reminding us that every challenge is an opportunity to grow, every setback a chance to come back stronger. They were a validation of the struggles we all faced, the sacrifices we made, and the collective journey we are all on. His story was not just his own, but a reflection of the universal human experience, the unwavering belief in ourselves that kept us going even when the world seemed determined to dim our light. His journey was a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of resilience and a reminder that we all have the strength to achieve our dreams.